Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Lionel, and welcome to 9 p.m. This is a game where you're stuck in a lab full of zombies, and I believe it's got some elements of a roguelike to it, so yeah, let's get right into it. Choose your fighter. Janitor Gary would love to just watch bingo every day. He's not paid enough, still uses Walkman and thinks they're groovy. Yeah, sure, I mean, he's the only character I can play as. It's 9 p.m. on a Friday, and you are pissed. You could have been at home watching bingo for about 30 minutes already, but you had to clean up after Steve, your good-for-nothing coworker. Where the hell is he anyway? He probably just made a mess and left like he always does. God damn it, Steve. As you walk back to your usual office lab, it's empty and quiet, but not unusually so. You pull out your ancient Walkman and are just about to turn it on as you hear a low growling sound. A stray or something that found its way into the building? Maybe you should go look. Or maybe it was nothing. You don't hear anything now. And honestly, you really want to be done for today. I will investigate. You carefully step out into the main hallway, trying to make as little sound as possible. At the end of it, near the bathrooms, you see a tall, kind of lanky figure. Wait a second. Is that... Christ, it is Steve! The damn idiot, what the heck is he doing here? Well, ask him what he's doing here or wait for him to notice? Considering I know that Steve is probably a zombie, you know what, I'll ask him. Steve doesn't seem to appreciate your tone of voice all that much. He starts groaning and whining and drooling all over the floor. Yep, he's zombified. Okay, something isn't right with Steve. You start to wonder if he smoked weed in the bathroom again. Last time he did that, he threw up and you had to take him to the ER. Even had to pay the damn bill for him because you said it was broke. Come to think of it, did Steve ever pay you back for that? He said he would, but suddenly he turns around and growls right at you, interrupting your train of thought. He's... God damn it, Steve has turned into a zombie. I will... demand for my money back! Steve seems a little confused. My money! You tell him. Come on, you remember the ER visit? You said you'd pay me back. No reaction. Maybe this is excusable. You don't really know how good zombie memories were. Steve growls a little, but you're not sure if he's embarrassed to owe you money or angry about it. You look into his big, empty eyes. Listen, buddy, you know how expensive that was. You try again. It doesn't seem like Steve particularly cares. He seems to be more interested in... Oh no, he's not trying to eat you, is he? I will hit him with my mop. Think about it now is a little weird, but you've dreamt of giving him a slap with the mop for a while. Although you pictured him alive and not trying to take a bite out of you. Poor Steve. Maybe you shouldn't have yelled at him when he knocked over your toolkit yesterday. Nah, actually, that was warranted. He was being an idiot and you told him to watch out several times. Hey Steve, you think I was too hard on you yesterday, you asked? Steve just stares at you, open mouthed. No hard feelings, it seems. You give him a friendly nod. He tries to bite you again, but he can't do anything with the mop, keeping him at bay. Good. Now what? I don't think I can do a ninja kickflip. I will ram it into his mouth. You cringe a little at this idea. Even Steve isn't annoying enough to warrant such treatment. But the real Steve isn't in there anymore, is he? What? Don't get sentimental now, old man. Steve growls in surprise, but as you shove the mop far back into his throat, the growling stops. He stumbles backwards into the bathroom, and you close the door in front of him, locking it with your janitor key. You're safe, for now. With Steve now locked away, you have to escape this place somehow. There's probably a lot more zombies running about. You tense up when you suddenly hear footsteps one more. But the young woman running around the corner clearly isn't a zombie. She looks disheveled and is clutching two big binders to her chest. Ah, wait, you know who she is. One of the unpaid interns, Kathy, or Kelly, or something. Steve was kind of into her, if you remember. She's after me, she yells as she notices you. Please help me. You have no idea who she is, but you suppose you have to do something. I should not tell her to hide in the bathrooms. Give her my mop as a weapon, tell her where the back exits are. I will give her my mop as a weapon. Maybe the intern can take care of this. Take this, you say. She stares at you like you've gone crazy, so you quickly add, aim for the head. She still seems a little confused, but you just pat her on the shoulder. She'll do well. As she disappears around the hallway, mop in hand, you take a quick look around. Which way will you go? Front door or exit? Front door or back exit? Ooh, maybe the front door? Front door's not working, not even with the janitor key. Did they lock you in? Why? As you're tinkering with the lock, you see something moving at the other end of the hallway. Could it be someone who works here? Maybe they know what's going on. Shout for help? Nobody answers your call for help for a second. You're sure it was a bad idea. How can you know it wasn't a zombie lurking there? You hold your breath as you hear footsteps coming towards you. Something rounds the corner and... oh, it's a raccoon. It's a pretty fat raccoon. The hell's a raccoon doing here? The raccoon stares at you, almost like it knows what's going on. Then it turns on its heels and skitters across the hallway. With no better idea coming to mind, you follow it. It leads you to one of the many back exits. The door is slightly ajar, so that probably explains how the raccoon got in the first place. Then you see a body lying in front of the exit. The thought of zombie animals hadn't occurred before, but it sure does now. You give a wary glance at the raccoon. Hey, you didn't bite that fellow or something, did ya? It lifts its tiny, weird raccoon hands as if to say, and what if I did? You know, that is totally something what the trash panda would say. Honestly, not very reassuring. You look at the body and you are... hello? They don't react. While you are still staring at the unknown person on the floor, the raccoon climbs over their body and heads towards the exit. It stops halfway to look at you. Does it want you to follow? Shouldn't we, at least check on the guy, you ask? The raccoon squeaks. I trust the raccoon. I will follow the raccoon. I do not trust the body. The raccoon's probably right. You can't believe you said that sentence in your head. Too much weird stuff has happened today. You're not risking it in front of the exit. Both you and the raccoon step outside and escape into the sweet, sweet freedom. Finally, now you just need to get home and you can watch Bingo in peace. Though Bingo still exists in the apocalypse. The raccoon tugs at your overalls. Its beady eyes suddenly became very big. You can't come with me, buddy. You say, I don't think it's legal to keep you as a pet. The raccoon gives you a look. The look says, it's a goddamn apocalypse, dude. What? You think you'll get arrested? The raccoon is right. You said it again. All right, then. You say, I'll call you Steve. That was the best freaking idea I could have gotten. I survived with a raccoon! I survived with a raccoon! Gosh darn! Oh, I love it. All right, choose your fighter. Katia, wait. I wanted to see what was that about. It's 9 p.m. on a Friday and you've awoken from the accidental nap in the break room. How embarrassing. Why did no one wake you up? In fact, where is everyone? Wait a sec. It's 9 p.m. already. They didn't leave you here, did they? Oh my god, they totally did. And the door to the break room is locked. I try to kick it down. You are too weak to kick it down. Also, wouldn't this be destruction of private property? You don't have enough money to replace it. If it gets broken beyond repair. And you still have a ton of student loans to pay. No, there's gotta be another way. Try picking the lock with a hairpin. You crouch down with your hairpin and start picking the lock. It can't be that hard, can it? On TV, it seems to be over pretty quick. As you are still moving the hairpin around, you hear something on the other side of the door. Has help arrived already? Hello? You call out cautiously. There's no answer, only growling. An animal maybe? Some kind of dog. But why would they let dogs into the lab? Suddenly, something rams the door from the other side. You jump back in shock to see a man bursting through, foaming at the mouth. Wait, you know the guy. Isn't it Steve, the janitor? He's not all that good at his job, but he always greets you with a smile and you've grown to appreciate him. Now he looks straight out of a zombie film. You squeak as Steve comes closer and closer, his hands outstretched and reach for you, like in a horror movie. Stop it, you shout, but he doesn't seem to understand you. He's probably trying to eat you, throw a chair at him and run. Communicate with you? Steve has never been that eloquent. This will probably kill me. I'm gonna go with it. Maybe if you try to speak a little slower, you tell him. Trying to be helpful, Steve. Steve opens his mouth, baring his teeth, and you manage to jump back at the last second before he can sink them into your flesh. Jeez, that's really not the way to treat someone trying to help. Wait a second. Is Steve a zombie? I'm too young to die, you scream as you grab the nearest chair. And I don't want my parents to have to pay my stupid student loans. You throw a chair at Steve as hard as you can and storm out of the break room. Running, it turns out, isn't all that easy with high heels on, but you can't stop, not until you've outrun Steve. Maybe you should have closed the door to the break room. You turn a corner and almost run into a wall. Just the end of the hallway. You cast a nervous glance back, but it doesn't seem like Steve is following you anymore. Still, you can't just turn and go back, can you? Oh, what a mess. You should have never started working here. This whole lab is bad news. Alright, enough self-pitying. There's 2 doors you could get through to get out of here. You put your ear against each door and listen. One has pittering sounds coming behind it. Behind the other is just dead quiet. Both seems kinda suspicious, honestly. I'm gonna go for the pittering sounds. It could be the raccoon. It's risky, but as soon as you enter, you sigh a big sigh of relief. The pittering was coming from a fat little raccoon munching at something it found under one of the lab tables. Hey, don't eat that, you say. Who knows what it could do to you? The raccoon stares at you. Its eyes seem weirdly intelligent, like it understood perfectly what you just said. Then it squeaks and runs away, disappearing down the hallway. Strange little critter. Suddenly, you hear a long, low growling sound. Wait a minute. You know that voice. Is that... It's her! Supervisor Jenna! Supervisor Jenna, who never thanks you for bringing her coffee. Supervisor Jenna, who made you mop the floor on your first day instead of showing you around the lab. Supervisor Jenna, who made you cry and then told the coworkers at lunch within your earshot. Supervisor Jenna, zombified. Looks like karma finally caught up to her. Ha! You know you have to escape her, but the temptation is strong now that she can't fire you. Shouldn't you tell her a few choice words? Give her a piece of your mind. Oh yeah. You clench your fist. This is your moment. So, how does it feel to rot from the outside as well, Jenna? You say, maybe you can finally start matching your insides now. Jenna growls at you, clearly scandalized. What? What is it? Want to eat my brain? You've been going strong with that one all this time, haven't you? Jenna lifts her arm and points at you, slowly, threateningly turning her thumb downwards, like a Roman emperor. You can't fire me, you scream. I quit! You don't actually quit because you need an internship in your resume. You just always want to say this to her. Alright, that's enough. Wait, I kick her! I kick Supervisor Jenna! Okay, maybe you overdid it with this one. Now that you shouldn't have told her all these things, you absolutely should have, and maybe you should have sprinkled in the fact that you saw her making out with Supervisor Dave that one time in the printer. But you probably should have gotten this close. Supervisor Jenna takes your head clean off with one huge bite. Damn you, Jenna! Oh, god damn it. Okay, so kicking her was not the right choice. Alright, that's enough. You have to stay strong and alive. Even though you have a lot to say to Supervisor Jenna, you turn and book it out the next door. You can hear her footsteps behind you as she starts chasing you. Are zombies supposed to be this fast? Whatever. No time to think. You round the corner and see a man in the next hallway. One of the janitors, you think. He doesn't seem zombified, but you can never be quite sure of these things. You cast a frantic look behind you, then back at the janitor. She's after me, you yell. Please help me. He stares at you for a second, probably trying to figure out, then nods. He hands you his mop. You stare at him. Aim for the head, he says. Oh god, is he expecting you to fight with that thing? You force a smile. Alright, thank you. And you start running again. You don't really trust his mop to help you against Jenna. Oh. Well, it literally just ends there. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys want to play this game for yourself, link to the game will be in the description below. There are about 14 endings to the demo, and the full version of this game, I believe, is gonna have about 30 endings and like 4 playable characters. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day. And of course, I will be seeing you in the next video. This is Lionel, signing off. Ciao.